Today we shall study about the nozzles and diffusers. What is a nozzle? Nozzle is used to convert pressure energy into kinetic energy. It produces a jet of high velocity for the purpose of driving the turbines. It consists of a static device of gradually varying cross section. So here, as the fluid expands through the nozzle, there is a decrease in pressure and enthalpy of the fluid, whereas consequently there is a increase in velocity and specific volume of the fluid. There may be condensation of steam during the expansion, and the dryness fraction of this fluid also changes. For the gas nozzles, there may not be any condensation. There are three types of nozzles: converging, diverging, and converging diverging type. In the converging type, the cross-sectional area decreases gradually. In the diverging section, the cross-section area increases slowly, gradually. A converging diverging section consists of a converging section followed by a diverging section. The cross-section of minimum area is called as the throat. The flow up to throat is known as subsonic. The flow after the throat is called as supersonic. As the volume changes during the specific volume changes during the expansion, and as the mass flow rate has to be constant, therefore area has to be changed accordingly. A diverging section is usually provided to recover the pressure loss. For the incompressible fluids, variation of velocity specific volume will be small. Hence, all the incompressible fluids have a converging type of nozzles. Application of nozzles are steam turbines, water turbines, steam turbine, and gas turbines. Nozzles are also used for flow measurement devices. They are used in jet engines and rocket motors to produce the thrust. They are also used in artificial fountains. Now, diffuser. The function of diffuser is exactly opposite of the nozzle. They decelerate the flow, and with increase in pressure. They decelerate the flow with increase in pressure. They have a gradually diverging section, as shown in the figure. There are two types of flow direction: axial diffuser and a radial diffuser. Axial diffuser is shown here. One example of a diffuser is a draft tube. Draft tube is used in a Francis turbine, which is a type of a reaction turbine. In the Francis turbine, the pressure at the outlet of the turbine will be less. It will be less than atmospheric pressure. Hence, it cannot be discharged to the atmosphere. Therefore, a draft tube is used at the exit of the Francis turbine so that to increase the pressure, so that pressure increases above the atmospheric pressure, and then the fluid can be discharged to the atmosphere. Then we have a diffusers used in radial turbo machines also. In centrifugal compressors, they are used after the impellers. The fluid after passing through the impeller will pass through the diffuser, so that some recovery of pressure will take place. There are two types of diffusers: vaneless diffusers and vane diffusers. Then, equation of continuity. Mass flow rate through the fluid has to be constant. Therefore, M equal to AC by V specific volume is equal to A1 C1 by specific volume at 1 equal to A2 C2 by specific volume at 2 equal to constant. So, therefore, rho AC is equal to M dot equal to constant, where rho is density, or D of differentiation of rho AC equal to 0. So therefore, d rho by rho plus dA by A plus dC by C equal to 0. For an incompressible fluid, d rho by rho equal to 0. Therefore, dA by A equal to minus dC by C. This equation 3 shows that in a converging passage, nozzle for incompressible fluid will accelerate the flow, while in a divergent section it will decelerate. Then some more terms: sonic velocity or velocity of sound, Mach number, and stagnation properties. What is velocity of sound? For an ideal gas, velocity of sound is given by A equal to root gamma RT. For the case of steam, it is root of NPV. A equal to velocity of sound equal to A equal to root NPV. Then Mach number is defined as ratio of velocity of fluid to the velocity of sound. It is C by A. If m is equal to 1, the flow is called as a sonic. If m is less than 1, it is subsonic. If m is greater than 1, the flow is supersonic. Then stagnation properties. First we shall define a stagnation state. What is stagnation state? Stagnation state is a state which is obtained by decelerating a fluid to zero velocity in a work-free isentropic process. The stagnation property is related to the static properties by this relation H0 equal to H plus C square by 2. H0 is the stagnation enthalpy, H is the static enthalpy. Similarly, T0 equal to T plus C square by 2 Cp for an ideal gas. T0 by T equal to 1 plus gamma minus 1 by m square. Then P0 equal to P plus 1 by 2 rho C square. P0 by P equal to 1 plus gamma minus 1 by 2 m square raised to gamma by gamma minus 1. Then rho 0 by rho equal to 1 plus gamma minus 1 by 2 m square by gamma by raised to gamma by gamma minus 1. These are some of the relations between static properties and the stagnation properties. Then steady flow energy equation. We will apply steady flow energy equation for a nozzle. So section 1 is the inlet of the nozzle, section 2 is the outlet of the nozzle. So properties of the inlet are given: P1, V1, C1, U1, H1 and T1 are the pressure, specific volume, velocity, internal energy, enthalpy and temperature. Similarly, properties at the outlet of the turbine are pressure P2, specific volume V2, velocity C2, internal energy U2, enthalpy and temperature T2. As the fluid flows through the nozzle, there is a drop in pressure or enthalpy. As you can see, we are considering a isentropic enthalpy drop 1, 2. Now applying the steady flow energy equation, we know that what is the steady flow energy equation? H1 plus C1 square by 2 plus Q equal to H2 plus C2 square by 2 plus W. Nozzle is a static piece of device which produces no work, so W equal to 0. If the nozzle is insulated, Q is also equal to 0. Then gives H1 plus C1 square by 2 equal to H2 plus C2 square by 2. C2 equal to root 2 H1 minus H2 plus C1 square. So if the inlet velocity is neglected, then C2 becomes equal to 2 into H1 minus H2 into 10 raised to 3, where H1 and H2 are enthalpy in joule per kg. This gives 44.72 root H1 minus H2. For gas nozzles, H is equal to Cp into T. C2 equal to 44.72 root of Cp T1 minus T2 equal to 44.72 root of Cp T1 1 minus T2 by T1. C2 equal to 44.72 root of Cp T1 into bracket 1 minus P2 by P1 raised to gamma minus 1 by gamma. So these are some of the fundamental fundamental terms associated with nozzles and diffusers. So we can continue next class.